Hello, everyone. Welcome to MindBody TV. I'm Dr. Kim Duramo. Today, every time we've gone on this broadcast, these are really profound, very heartfelt topics. And today, we're starting December. This is a really potent month. We're at the end of 2020, where so much for every individual on the planet has been coming up to be questioned. Will I live from love or will I live from fear? Both on a global level of our life, overall life, and on a, 10-second to 10-second interval, in each moment, will I choose from love or will I choose from fear? And as I've shared over the last several broadcasts, it's more essential than ever that we begin connecting within to know our truth, connecting within to sense from our awareness what is the right choice for me, what's true for me, what is the path for me, and to begin living from that authenticity and curiosity and openness instead of living from conclusion of, well, here's what everyone tells me to be, and here's what everyone tells me to do, and here's what everyone tells me is true, so I guess I should be that. This is really a big thing that's been coming up this year for everyone. And in today's broadcast, so last week I shared about EFT meridian tapping for stepping into the unknown. This is a way to just give new information to the brain, to allow the brain to take in new information and allow the old programs to release as we step into uncharted territory. Who am I really here to be? What is my life really about? What is really the truth for me? And this was so powerful, what we did last week. In fact, it was one of the most challenging things I've ever done in my life, because usually when I'm doing EFT, emotional freedom technique, it's with a group who are like in a private group who have come on board for this purpose. Like, yes, I'm ready. I'm making the investment. I'm stepping in. And last week, it was a general audience. So for me to tune into the space of consciousness for everyone listening live and everyone who would listen to the recording or the podcast was pretty mega, because a lot of us are at vastly different points of consciousness, meaning some people are in massive fear. It's no way, I'm never going to be okay. And some people are in a huge amount of clarity. This is the greatest blessing that's ever happened. I receive this and allow my world to be created anew. And so with that, I wanted to do a part 2 this week for EFT meridian tapping, for stepping into the unknown, to both touch on some of the big points that came up last week and go deeper. So if you are listening in the recording or you're here live and you want to tune into that, it is in the MindBody community on Facebook. All the recordings are there. And on my YouTube channel, all the recordings are there as well. And I want to ask people, if you have found inspiration from this work, to share it with someone, to either share it with other people in YouTube, share it with other people in Facebook, someone that comes to mind when you connect in your heart, who may be really hurting and may be ready for something new, a new perspective, a new outlook, to let some light in. This would be a powerful thing for you to do. All right, so I love hearing where you're tuning in from. And I want to give a special shout out to my girl Gemma, because she is watching me from school today, and I love her, and she's awesome. All right, we have Jen. I was so excited to see you offering this today. I've listened and tapped to the first part of this every day since you released it. It's brought up so much for me. Deep gratitude for you, Kim. Thank you, Jen. I've actually heard a lot of comments like that, and I know that EFT tapping is really profound, so we're doing this, and I'm really glad to be here today. Hello, JP, Sarah, Rita from British Columbia, and yes, you beautiful woman, here you are. Met Luis from Copenhagen, Jared, Surov, very great to see you. All right, Jen from magical Salem, Massachusetts. Awesome. Amber from Los Angeles. Sari is in Cuba, living in Madrid. Oh, that's amazing. I hope to get out there sometime soon. All right, Jimbo from California. Oana from Transylvania. Abby from Ohio. I myself am in Durango, Colorado. It's very beautiful and peaceful here. We've been doing some skiing and still biking. So last weekend we skied. This weekend, today, after my broadcast, I'm going to go bike with one of my friends. All right. Regina said, I'm still tapping, trying to release this huge fear. So I would invite everyone, instead of trying to release fear, because yes, that can be the intention. I intend to live from love instead of fear, but tap to love yourself more fully. Tap to nurture yourself more fully, because whatever's coming up in the now is for you to meet and embrace and let yourself be nurtured, as opposed to, I'm going to tap to make this thing change. I'm going to tap to make this go away. I'm going to tap to make this be something other than what it is, because that will just keep you in the never-ending spiral cycle of a hamster wheel. It's not how I've ever used tapping, and it's not how I would recommend you ever use tapping. What is the most powerful and the most potent for any of the MindBody tools I've used, which I'm going to share a little plug for the book, because I did put my 10 most powerful MindBody tools you can use anytime, anywhere, to increase your energy, reverse disease, increase your frequency. That's what I put in the book, the MindBody Toolkit. It's available right now on Amazon, or you can go to drkimd.com/book and go and click on the link to go purchase it from any bookseller. And we do have also a little mini video program that goes with it to guide you deeper into this material. And in that video program, there's a really powerful group call that I did with my Embracing Health group. That was one of the most profound calls to transcend fear, to move beyond the, I'm a physical being, I'm afraid to die, fight or flight, and actually step into the expansiveness of who you are. So that's the call that's in the MindBody. It's the companion for the book, and it's at drkimd.com/book. And it's a program that we put to go together with the book. So that is available as well. So I'm really excited. We have relaunched. It's the second edition of the book, and that is there for you. All right. How does it help with deep grief? So when we have any emotion, whether it's grief, fear, depression, despair, powerlessness, which, you know, most of us have harbored in some way, consciously or unconsciously. People will always say to me, no, it's just pain. I don't have any fear. But as soon as or I don't have any shame, that's not what's going on. This is just chronic pain. As soon as we start tapping, within like the second round, because first, if someone tells me, no, this is just physical, there's nothing emotional going on, I just start tapping on the physical. And 100% of the time, their emotional layers come up. Most people are unconscious of them. But as a physician, I have seen 100% of the time when people have chronic illness that is not resolving, no matter what they do, there is always emotional and energetic components keeping it in place, period, end. That's one of the reasons why I've used EFT and other MindBody tools to treat physical illness. Yes, physical disease. Your lab values are abnormal and showing disease. Your physical symptoms are showing disease. Your DNA, whatever. Yes, it's changing the physical. It's going to have a physical impact. That doesn't mean that shifting the energy won't allow physical healing, because that is 100% true. And I see it all the time. There are so many documented studies scientifically to help us understand what's happening. That is the kind of medicine I am practicing in my practice. So let's look at what's going on. All right. So someone's asking, which call from Embracing Health was that? Is one that we did the first year I ran Embracing Health. So maybe like 3 years ago, I think. Okay. Hello, Gemma. All right. So we're going to begin tapping. Now, when we use EFT tapping, it's just a way to let the barriers down so that your brain, your nervous system, and your entire mind-body system can receive new information. The fight or flight system is set up. Oh, wait, we clamp down, we go into protection, barriers go up. I'm going to run from the tiger. I'm going to get the thing done. But it actually shuts us down from receiving. It shuts us down from higher thinking and our wisdom. It shuts us down from authentic expression and freedom. It shuts us down from receptivity and abundance. So if you have not enough energy, not enough health, not enough time, not enough money. This is always part of what's going on. When we do EFT, it allows those programs that are running the system, putting all this tension on board, to resolve. Not so that you let things in that are harmful, no, so that you let everything in with grace and ease. Because the things that are not a contribution to you will move through fluidly when you're in resilience, when you're not in resistance. All right. E said, I've been using EFT, gratitude, energy work, so many other modalities, but not getting better. Why is your toolkit not working for me? Okay. Always, 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 when I've seen people say EFT isn't working, these tools aren't working, 100% of the time, you're using it to try to make a thing go away. Make my pain go away, make my anxiety go away, make, I don't want to be depressed anymore. It's not working. 100% of the time, it's because we're trying to make this thing go away. Like, that's our intention. If you instead embrace the intention, so that I love myself more, so that I reside in even just 2% more lightness, you will 100% of the time win. You can't not. And this is the path to changing those physical situations, whether it's I don't have money, nobody loves me, my relationships don't work, or I have physical disease. So, and if anyone who's in here is from the Embracing Health group, I'd love you to share your experience with that, because I know a lot of people come to the work thinking, help me, fix me. But they have this little bit of openness, like, wait a minute, that isn't working for me. This is something different. I'm ready to receive. And the first thing I ask them to do is let go of your expectations. And that's one of the things right now that's happening with 2020 and stepping into the unknown is, wait, my expectations, this is who I am. I'm a doctor. I'm a mother. I'm a this. I'm a that. I make this much money. I have this job. Those are all falling away. Right now you're like, I don't even know who I am, because all those things are falling away. The world is falling away. How do I connect with who I truly am to let something deeper emerge? So entering into the unknown, we've got to all get a little comfortable with this, even just slightly more comfortable, so that we can let life feed us and let something new be created. So that was a really great question. Thank you for asking that, E. Yes, I have heard of Anita Morjani. She's incredible, and I've recommended her book to lots of people. She healed herself from, well, not healed herself, but she was healed instantly on a quantum level from stage 4 lymphoma, basically had like a near-death experience, had a massive shift in consciousness, decided, no, I do want to live. I want to live fully. I don't want to live in fear. I'm going to live from love. And her entire physical cellular body shifted. They couldn't find a single cell in her body of cancer. And none of the doctors could make any sense of it, but it actually makes tons of sense when you understand the quantum science. This is what we will be working with today. Yes, Susan Kenny, I'm in Embracing Health. I'm receiving my pain now and not pushing it away. And that is the first step to allowing the energy to move, because chronic pain is just stuck energy that can't move. When you make space, you'll see that lighten up. All right. Robin says, what do you mean who you truly are? What does the true self mean? So we're born in this world, and immediately like labels and expectations are slapped on us. Oh, you're so smart. You're so good. Keep doing that, right? So there's all these contingencies we do to get love. Oh, maybe I'll keep being this way. Maybe I'll be funny. Ha ha. It's making everyone laugh. They seem to really love me. Let me keep putting on this funny persona. And that may be an aspect of you, but if you're using it again and again and you form your whole life around this persona, you now lose connection with the authenticity of who you are, and you start putting on these masks of trying to get the love and get the kudos and get money and get accolades and get attention. And then we lose sight of like, wait, what's actually me and what's the facade that I'm using. So when we do what's actually us, it is the joy of doing it that's fulfilling. It's not a means to an end. When I worked in the ER, it was getting to be like, well, this is a means to an end. This is no longer part of my journey. I'm ready to leave here. what am I really meant to be? What am I really here to be in the world? And I had to like step into the unknown of leaving this situation with like steady income, notoriety. People understand what I'm about, my identity. They understand what I do, and letting that go. Like, I know that's not authentic. Who am I really? And I had to step into the unknown of uncovering my own gifts of how I operate and what I'm really about. And so the authentic self, when we're being the authentic self, it feeds us, it nurtures us. Our cells are in joy, it's harmonic, and that is what creates health. The more we play the identity and the mask as a means to an end to get the thing, the more we lose ourselves, we lose energy, and the body suffers. Jimbo said, since I joined the Embracing Health program, I've made a huge progress in letting go of attachments, and this has made a huge difference. Thank you, Jimbo. And we're going to be running that again in June. So if you're interested, that's at drkimd.com/health. And you can get some information on that. Sarah said, I'm in the Embracing Health, and surrendering to everything has been the turning point for me. I am much better, and my work as a life coach is on another level, thanks to what I've learned from you. Thank you for sharing that. And I think you were also the one, you had some severe reflux symptoms, and you told me they were almost resolved, and other physical things too, if I'm remembering the right person. Katie said, we need to find something we're passionate about and work with the symptoms. The symptoms will have less and less of a center stage. All right, so let's ask one more question, because this is about trauma, which is what we're going to look at today, and then we're going to get into the EFT. Can all of this help release trauma, overthinking, constant worrying? The reason EFT is so powerful for that, and actually all the tools in the MindBody toolkit are exactly that, is because your brain is neuroplastic. It has plasticity. It can be changed. The pathways over and over and over, playing the fear programs, have you see the world in a certain way. So someone says something and you go, why are they talking about me? Or someone does something and you're like, they're going to take something away. I'm going to lose. It's not okay. You interpret everything through the filter of those pathways, versus when you practice tools like this in the MindBody toolkit, or tools that we're going to do today in the EFT, it allows new pathways to be created through your brain, through your nervous system, and allows the release of those old patterns. All right, so the first part of EFT, breathe in your body, soften, relax, take a few breaths. As soon as I drop into my body, I almost always have to take my shoes off and tuck my feet up underneath my, up on like crisscross style, and just get here. So whatever you've got to do, just have a few deep breaths, get in your body. There are a million tools you can do, but none of them will have the potency they really could if you get into your body first. This is the most important thing. And if this is all you do today, take this one moment to just breathe into your body, be present, bring your awareness to feel yourself physically. All right, and then as you relax, feel into either some of the things that came up last week when we were doing our session, or just what's here now. Where is there fear? Where is there this, I'm stepping into uncharted territory. Who am I? What is the true self? What the heck is she talking about? All I know is what I've learned and who I'm supposed to be, and these are the rules and I'm following them. So just feel into any way that feels empty, or for everybody, right? Because lots of us have been waking up in the last several decades. Geez, it feels empty to be this way. What else is possible? But for those of us who haven't, certainly this year is doing it, because now it's like, hey, we're going to just pull the rug out from under you. All that stuff is gone. Now look. But it's still a gift. It's still an invitation to connect within and get curious. Like, what am I really? If I'm not my physical body, and I'm not these roles, and I'm not this persona, what the heck am I? So if you've never begun to look, this would be a great time to do so. When you do this first step that we're doing, drop into the body, when you do this, all the stuff you've suppressed is going to come up. You're going to feel it more, not less. This is why when people try to use the tool to make the pain go away. They're like, it's not working. Yeah, no, it's not going to actually just boom, my problems are solved. It's going to allow a dissipation so that you become someone new who doesn't have those problems. But you've got to allow them to come up before they can come out. So first, just presence your body and let what's there be there. Jen said so much terror and deep, deep sadness. Awesome. EFT seems a lot like defragging my computer. Finally getting that it's not about making it go away. Yes. Oh, right, Sari. Thank you. All right. So that's the first step. Then we're going to use some EFT to let your body know, body, it's okay to feel all of this. Why is this so powerful? Because when we let ourselves feel what we feel, there's no more resistance. The energy can move, and that's your nature. The nature of energy is to move. The nature of when you're scared is to go, ah. The nature of when you're in pain, ah, is to say, ah. The nature of when you're angry, ah, right? None of your nature is about, I'm fine, everything's okay, I'm doing okay, and suppressing. Like that's just not natural for you, but that's what we've been trained to do. So for a lot of us, there's like decades and decades of suppressed energy. Don't be afraid of it. I swear to God, it will move. And you're bigger than that. So tapping on the karate chop point, you're just going to tell your body, and it's three times you're going to repeat. Even you'll say it out loud with me. Even though I'm feeling all of this fear, I choose to embrace peace now. Go ahead and let everything go. Second time, even though there's so much terror, there's grief, there's fear. I choose to be at peace with where I am. Good. So just instilling the Senate phrase. Third time, even though this is so intense, I choose to let myself be at peace now. Good. Yawning is a good sign. It means energy's moving, tears moving out. I mean, that's just what happens. A lot of intensity comes up, water comes out. It's your body's cleansing. Let it happen. Inner eye point. So we'll just do the main points now. And you repeat after me. All of this unthinkable fear. Outer eye, terror, grief. Under the eye, I'm in uncharted territories. Under the nose, I don't know what to do, right? All we're doing is tapping on the thoughts, neutralizing the thoughts so they no longer have a negative effect on your stress system. Good. On the chin, all this fear, it's all coming up now. Breathing in, breathing out. Relax your shoulders as you breathe, tapping under the collarbone. So much comes up when I drop into my body. Under the arm, unthinkable despair and fear. Top of the head, is it really okay for me to let all of that come up? Inner eye, it feels like it's all way too much. Outer eye, like it's not safe. Under the eye, like it's bigger than me. Under the nose, like it's strangling me to let it come up. On the chin, the idea I have to suppress it. Under the collarbone, the idea I have to keep going. Under the arm, the idea, what is she talking about? I have to make this pain go away. Top of the head, I could never survive it if it all came up. Breathing in. Let everything go, relax. All right, type in anything you notice in your body now. Anything. Was there a thought that came up where we're tapping? Was there a sensation in your body? And then the other thing to note is, did what you were feeling in the beginning get lighter, or did it get more intense? Did things get more intense? What people will say is, it's getting, quote, worse. Oh no, it's getting worse. It's not that, it's actually getting worse. You are in fact going the right direction. It's just all this stuff that's been so suppressed is being released. Now, you don't want to keep it suppressed. It is still creating lack in your life, because dense energies create dense energies. So stuff happening that's a limitation, stuff happening that, you know, you have lack, stuff happening that you have no freedom, you just can't seem to get out of it, right? This density is creating. Don't be fooled. It's just you're not aware of it. It's unconscious. Jen said, I see the deep, deep roots of this programming that I'm built on. It's way more intense. Sharon, scared, just saying some of the negative. Good, thank you. Sarah said, lighter. Elisa, pain in throat. So much feelings of not being okay, and all the questioning if I can handle all of this. It's too much. Good. Karen, I became hot. Rita, yawning and more relaxed. So this is good. Lump in the throat, Oksana. All right, so we're going to do a little bit more. Inner eye. There's no way I could let all this come up. Outer eye. The idea that it's just all too much. Under the eye. The idea it will swallow me. It will destroy me. E said more intense and horrendous. Good. Under the nose. How can I let things become more intense? There's no way. My chin. I don't have the capacity to deal with any of this. Good. Robin said, I'm withdrawing from the benzos. I have no GABA receptors. Let's go with that. Under the collarbone. The idea my body can't handle this. I don't have the right receptors. Under the arm. These are all ideas I have. Top of the head. Ideas going through my mind. Inner eye. They've always been going through. Outer eye. Creating my reality. Under the eye. Now I'm aware. Under the nose, and it scares me. On the chin, because I've learned I can't handle it. Under the collarbone, I learned it's bigger than me. Under the arm, the idea I'm not big enough to handle this. Top of the head, the idea that the darkness has real power. Good. Inner eye. The idea that I don't. Outer eye. This is just all stuff I've been taught. Under the eye. Stuff I have believed. Under the nose. What if I let go of those beliefs? On the chin, because they're killing me and holding me back. Under the collarbone. What if the opposite were true? Under the arm. What if, even though it doesn't feel like it, I do have unthinkable power? Top of the head. What if I am more powerful than any of this? Deep breath in. Let it go. Let your body soften. Make a noise if you want to make a noise. Surov, heaviness in my chest. Katerina, tears of, will I ever do the right thing? Good. I really love what Robin said. I'm worried that I don't have the capacity to deal with fear because I'm withdrawing from benzos, no GABA receptors to calm down. And the truth is we've seen the body is even more neuroplastic than most people think. It's actually pretty quick that these new receptors, these new arrangements of the nerve pathways can be created. So it's irrelevant. The thing, and I'll just tell you, this is why it's so important to use EFT to love yourself more, not to fix a problem. The reason this can work instantly, the reason people have unthinkable instantaneous healing like Anita Moorjani, quantum healing, the thing that allows the empowerment of new neural pathways, new receptors, new neurotransmitters, boom, 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 that your body creates things instantaneously is when we are in the frequency of love. So when we're in fear, it's not okay, and we're tapping, it can't really ignite the power for that creation, for new things in your body to be created. When we're in a space of love, it can. And love that I'm talking about is as simple as I choose to embrace myself fully. It's okay for me to feel what I'm feeling. Love is, let me just relax my shoulders 2% so that I just at least feel a little bit lighter. That is what has been shown to ignite very powerful and sometimes immediate changes in your brain, in your body, in everything that's happening. All right. Zarita said, I'm coughing whenever you said words that connected. Good. Yawning. I'm afraid that emotional and physical will never go away. Good. Just thoughts. Rita, this is a good one. It doesn't work for me. What about that thought? Tears to take my power back. Elisa, I'm just feeling so much I've been trying to suppress to be okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay though. I'm just not. I'm lonely and I have barely any support and I'm scared. Good. So let's move into that. So inner eye, the reality is I'm not okay. Outer eye, how can I embrace what is when I'm not okay? Under the eye, I can't. It's not okay. Good, just go right into it. Under the nose, I refuse to embrace this. I have to fight this. They're just thoughts. Neutralizing the thoughts. Neutralizing the thoughts. On the chin, all these thoughts of fear. Good. Dennis, pissed about the pain. I'm so pissed. Under the arm, and it's okay for me to acknowledge it fully and to be that. Top of the head. When it's okay for me to be that, I'm no longer resisting that. Inner eye. Yes, Surab said 2% more love, more awareness. Outer eye. What if I just allowed 2% softening around these conclusions? Under the eye, around everything I'm feeling now. Under the nose, that says it's not okay. On the chin, all these years of torture. Under the collarbone with deep compassion for myself, for what I've experienced. Under the arm, I can meet this now. Top of the head without needing to escape, or maybe just slightly less needing to escape. Inner eye, just softening around these conclusions. Outer eye, softening my physical body. Under the eye, which is what lets a little more light in. Under the nose, embracing what I feel. Good. Katie said the dark clouds are lifting. Embracing what I feel. Good. On the chin, letting the energy move, even just a little. Under the collarbone, noticing my body doing what it's designed to do. Under the arm, allow energy to move. Top of the head, it's okay for me to embrace what is. Good. And let everything go. Shh. Use the breath. Thank you, guys. Sarah said, rising out of the ashes. Yeah. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Someone in Facebook, thanks to you and using the tools from the book and your videos, I'm finding myself responding to your tapping points with my truth. Like if you say, I can't handle this, my response is, and I know I can. Wild. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, so a lot of the questions that come up sometimes with tapping is, aren't I just instilling a negative affirmation? And that's not what's happening. You're actually neutralizing to embrace all of it. Yes to the darkness, yes to the light, yes to the ideas, yes to these thoughts. They're all just part of you right now. They're just part of what's been your reality. It's not your true nature, but it's what's been created. And if you decide it's beautiful as it is, everything can transmute. That's how powerful you are. All right. Oh, Kyle C says, you're being the parent your inner child has always wanted. I still really want to meet Kyle C. So if anyone knows him, hook us up. Jen, it just feels so stuck and rooted. We're gonna use that. Awesome. So much tingling in my body. Amy, thank you. Catherine, I struggle so bad with the self-love. I've just tapped by myself for a while, sobbing, getting angry because I'm so hard on myself for not healing. Oh, sweet girl. And being able to feel anything nice and blame myself. Benzo damaged too. Yeah, well, that's just an idea that there's this benzo damage. Because then, hey, what are you going to do? The only thing you can do is release your relationship to that idea. I only just tuned in, so I'll watch it all. Sounds just me. I ordered the book too. Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to put the link for the book for anyone who would like to order that as well. Make it easy for you here. Anne said, I get it. I've been living in my mind, hence the pain and pressure in my head. Yeah. How can one manifest? Oops, where did that go? A time-related desire. What's a time-related desire? Everything you actually, what is a time-related desire? When you have attachment, it's actually going to inhibit manifestation because attachment is resistance. I got to have this by next Tuesday at 5 o'clock or else. That's going to actually put you in urgency. And like I said earlier, urgency is not the frequency that allows instant manifestation. Love is the frequency. So see if you can just soften around the idea that has to be within this time. All right. Where did I just say we were going to go? Dry heaving, coughing up mucus, and then feeling lighter after that. Yes, sometimes your body just got to muck it all up, cough out all the gunk. And a lot of the things we do that like suppress, we're suppressing those symptoms, but that's like the body's like, no, I'm trying to release stuff here. Help me out. You got to help and support the body through symptoms instead of suppressing. Okay, Jen had said it feels so stuck and rooted. So let's just do another little round for this so we can allow a little loosening around those deeper spaces as well. So inner eye, and now we already did the karate chop point, and that's just basically, even though X, Y, and Z, I love myself fully, even though this feels so stuck and rooted. So let's do a little bit here because some people are just joining. So we're going to do this. And what it does is you go to the depth of the depth, and then you put with it like, it's okay that this is the way it is. That's what allows the brain to like, wait, this is not a bad thing. I got to clamp down around. Oh, wait, I could let something new in. Okay. And it allows a change. So it's all we're doing here with the setup phrase. So just gently, even though this feels so deep and rooted, you just repeat after me. It'll never go away, no matter what I do. I choose to be at peace now. Even though I have this feeling and it feels so stuck. Good. And all these thoughts that say, no way I'll ever be free. I choose to be at peace now. Good. Even though these thoughts, they're so dark, and all the insane feelings that go with them. I'll never be okay, no matter what I do. I choose to be at peace now. Good. Inner eye. All these thoughts and ideas, outer eye, but they're really bothering me. Under the eye, they feel real. Under the nose. And in a deep space, it's like they are real. On the chin, I'll just visit this space in me now where I can't have it. Under the collarbone, where it's not okay. Under the arm, where it's so stuck. Top of the head, no matter what I do. Inner eye, all these thoughts. Outer eye, and the heaviness that goes with them. Yeah. Under the eye, it makes me feel powerless. Under the nose, it makes me believe I am powerless. On the chin, and so the cycle continues. Under the collarbone, because I am a creator. Under the arm, and if that's what's going on in here, that's what I'll create. Top of the head, what I resist persists. Inner eye, because I am pure energy. Outer eye, and I am a creator. Under the eye, it's the space in me that's creating my experience. Under the nose, creating my reality. On the chin, and if I'd like something different to be created, under the collarbone, I've got to be really generous with myself. Under the arm, start by softening my shoulders. Breathing more fully, slowly. Top of the head, and embracing this moment now. Exactly as it is. Good, breathing in. Good. So feel so stuck and rooted. Okay, embrace it. Feel stuck and rooted. Go into it. Go into it, but willingly. That's the difference. All right. Fear of pain is the worst. I have a massive fortress around me. So it's terrifying. So do rewind and do this again if you weren't here in the beginning. Can EFT help rewire the brain to change the beliefs we thought of over and over? Yes, 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 yes. It's exactly what it allows us to do. So we have more the truth of who we are, right? So the truth of who we are, I'm free. The truth of who we are, I'm a creator. The truth of who we are, I am love. My nature is love. I am a healing machine. My body knows what to do. I can let go and allow, and my body will do what it's designed to do, which is heal, which is create abundance, which is invite flow, gifts. That's the truth of who I am. So anytime we're not on that, it's going to feel like a disturbance. Oh, so good. So good. Thank you for telling me that the benzo damage is just a thought. I've told myself the story all day, every day for 3 years. What a relief. Yeah, so let's complete here with just this one little game I love, which is the light heavy game. Light heavy. Your system knows the truth. Your nature is the truth. So if you relax your body and you hear me say, your body is a healing machine. It already knows what to do. You can let go and allow. Light or heavy. If there's truth, a little nugget of truth in there, it will feel light. Or it will dislodge heaviness, like you'll feel the fear release. If I say, oh, you had benzos, sorry, you're just going to have damage the rest of your life. You're just going to have to deal with it. And, that's just the way it is. Too bad for you. Heavy or light. Like that's what most doctors will say, actually. On some level, they'll have some level of, they bought into the limitation. And that's okay. That's, it's what we're taught. So you either believe what you're taught or you actually get curious and explore truth, which goes beyond what any of us are taught. So light or heavy, and you're like, oh, what a nightmare. When I got this diagnosis of this autoimmune disease and I was told, you're gonna have to change your lifestyle, you'll never go running again, you'll never, you're not gonna be able to finish medical school, like all this stuff. I was like, ah, and I realized, wait a minute, this can't be true for me. There's no way that's true. What else is possible? And that's when I tuned in on a different level. And anyway, that really opened my life. When one of the main points that I use there, which is in the book, I think it's number 7, tool number 7, asking better questions. How I began to ask a better question was, what else is possible here I haven't considered before, right? What was I asking before? I was asking, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What, I have to do more. What can I do? What can I do? And all I kept getting was more problems. Oh, you got this problem. You got that problem. You have to do this. You have to do that. So I finally began like asking a better question, really using my wisdom. That's one of the things I put in the MindBody toolkit. So remember, like light and heavy, if someone tells you, oh, well, the truth about this is da, 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 and you're like, oh no, it's because it's a lie. If it feels heavy, it's because it's a lie. So start to play with that for yourself. I had to begin asking that day, like, well, is this even true for me? This is what this doctor's saying. Is this true for me? It certainly wasn't. All right. I love you guys. I'm at drkimd.com if you'd like to subscribe, because we do share, videos and other insights, and you'll stay tuned to what I'm doing. We have been playing on Instagram, so you can find me in there as well. What is benzo damage? So the body can become addicted to certain medications, and our neurotransmitters and even our receptors re-equilibrate around those medications. And so then we stop taking them and the body's like, I can't survive without this. That's not what's actually happening. It just needs a modality to soothe it into a new state where it starts creating the neurotransmitters itself and rebalances to a new frequency. Your state of your nervous system, brain activity, neurotransmitters has everything to do with your frequency, the consciousness you're in. So if you buy into the consciousness of, I'm broken, it'll never be okay, it literally creates a new alignment in your brain, in your receptors, in the neurotransmitters, the chemicals. If you remember, even just 2%, this is why one of my future books is called The 2% Solution. A 2% shift in that little bit of lightness creates a massive shift in our physical body. So just a 2% lightening of like, wait a minute, maybe that's not even true for me. And it feels just a little lighter. You came up in a higher consciousness. You're in a higher frequency. That is a whole different template for what is your physical body is getting, how your physical body is getting created. Like it's an exponential shift. So because we are pure energy, we have so much of a leverage point there when we work on the energetic level to make massive shifts in the physical. All right. I love you guys. Oh, okay. Say your desire is related to a biological clock. Then how does it manifest? Well, I had my second child just before I turned 45. I remember when I got into my late 30s, I was like, oh no, maybe I'll never have kids. Maybe it's not okay. But that just felt so heavy. I was like, you know what? I've got to let that go. Who knows what's possible? Maybe I will have kids, maybe I won't, but I choose joy, that I get to be in joy unconditionally, and it's okay. And it was a very, very short time after I met my now husband. We had our daughter, and now we have our little son so many years later without even trying at all. So I let go of the idea of the biological clock a long time ago because I knew that just didn't resonate for me as true, and my body has responded for sure. Just come on, even this is useful. Oh, thank you, Joe. I've just come on and even this is useful. I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful that I get to be here. Hi, Liz. Liz has worked with me privately in the past and come out here, even here for a retreat in Colorado. So I know we have a lot of people from all over the world. I did just send out, we have one more book that's going out because we're trying to get someone's address corrected, but all of the other ones went out, more than 99%. And for those of you who are buying, the book is now available in the mainstream media, I guess you would say, on Amazon and other major booksellers. So I am really, really excited to be able to offer that. It's at drkimd.com/book. If you would like to go further with EFT, this is a thing I forgot to list last time. I have a whole page dedicated to EFT. Oh, how do I put this? It's drkimd.com/EFT. So it has free pages, videos I've done, and there is a program I created. It's a low investment, but it's a really great program with tapping scripts for anxiety, depression, fatigue, bringing you through, getting out of resistance and allowing healing and guiding you through these tapping sequences. So that is available as well at drkimd.com/EFT. Oh, hello, Bernadette. So excited to see you. Is your EFT program like this? Yes, the EFT program is like this. And it's geared toward use EFT to nurture yourself. I swear to God, what you're nurturing is power. What you're nurturing is light. What you're nurturing is incredible. It is worth it. Even though a lot of people, we want to use EFT to get rid of the problem. When you start to love and nurture yourself, it will allow massive expansion beyond all of the things that have been disturbing. So, yeah, so you can tune in for that. I love your work. May I ask what made this turnaround in your thinking? I mean, from asking why me to what is it here to teach me? Yeah, the thing was awakening, where realizing that asking why me just created more pain. Asking what's wrong with me just created more problems. And so it wasn't until I snapped out of it. And what actually had that happen was like, the 15th doctor I saw finally gave me this diagnosis, finally told me, hey, we know exactly what's going on with you. We injected you with all these compounds and you're allergic to all of them. And you have blah, 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 autoimmune disease, like some weird rare form of late onset juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. And I was like, it's like when it gets to your set point that's beyond what you're willing to buy into, that's when you snap out of it. And right now, what's happening in the world where we're stepping into this unknown, we each have a fear set point. It's a set point beyond which we will not buy into it anymore. I had a really abusive boss, my first job out of college, and she was like manic depressive, super emotionally abusive, and what you would call bipolar, but like a true bipolar. A lot of empathic people get diagnosed with bipolar. It's not actually what's happening. She was truly just so off the rocker abusive. And it was so difficult working for her. I started to think, oh my God, I'm stupid. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And I started making all these crazy mistakes. Like I really was an imbecile and I really was stupid and I really was unworthy of this job. And I should have never graduated from college. And it was only some fluke that I fell through the cracks. And my sister came and like snapped me out of it. I was like suicidal. I just wanted to end my life. She was like, Kim, what are you doing? Like, you don't need this job. You're this and you've done this and you've done that. And remember this. And like actually reminded me of like, you're an amazing person. And I snapped out of it. And my friend Deb, and I walked in the next day and left the job. I'm out. I'll give you 2 weeks. I'm done. And my friend Deb said to me, you're lucky she was so bad, because if she was just kind of bad, you would have stayed for another year. And it's exactly like this with life. What's my set point? Like, so for some people, they would have walked in and on day one been like, I'm not working for this person. I'm out of here. I don't need this. For me, I was like, no, I need this job. It's at an Ivy League university and I want to get into medical school and I have to make something of myself and I need this job. So I wanted to prove myself. So for my set point, because I didn't really believe in myself, I kind of took some of the BS for a while before I finally snapped out of it and was like, I'm done. I do not need this. So we each have our own set point that has us wake up beyond the lie. Now, right now, there's a lot of lies going around and a lot of people are like, let me just make sure I do it right, because they believe the lie. And I'm not going to spell it out what they are, but all of us are buying into some level of lie that have us like scamper around in our life, when actually when we remember I'm free, we won't do it that way. And we'll have the resilience and we'll have the strength and we'll have the health. And we're like, wait a minute, I'm powerful. I'm the power here. And we snap out of it. So what's happening right now is things are getting denser and denser and denser and more restrictive and more restrictive and more restrictive until we buy out of it and go, I don't think so. Not for me. And you can do that at any time. You do not have to wait for the collective to shift. I am free now. Period. The end. You can be free right now. So believe in yourself and remember there's this truth in you. When you connect with it, yes, we've seen it heals every disease known to man. Yes, we've seen it strengthens your immune system. So you are not going to succumb to any pathogen that's out there. Yes, we've seen this invites abundance. In fact, the Daily Positive, who's here today, Bernadette Logue, she's living proof of that. I interviewed her a few weeks back. She was like, I hate this job. I don't want to do this anymore. This can't be what I really have to do. I'm out. Let's leave our job. Let's sell our stuff. Let's travel around the world. Let's recreate our lives. And she and her husband recreated their lives from a whole new set point of truth. And they're living in this abundance. They started living in the abundance on that day to let life take care of them. And so this is what we're all being asked to do right now. Will I live from truth or lie? Will I live from authenticity or the mask? Will I live from love or fear? Be really gentle with yourself because we'll each come to this point, maybe little by little by little, and then like a big shebang, or maybe all at once. It's different for everyone, but be really generous with yourself and really compassionate with yourself. We are all awakening. So much love to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'll be here each week. I'll be here each week at Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. In the MindBody community in Facebook and on my YouTube page. Be sure you're subscribed. Share this with other people if you want to invite other people to the party. Mwah. Lots of love. See you soon. Bye.